Hey, we're going from the north-central region of the country this morning to the southeast region, where the president, we understand, will be visiting later today to commission a number of projects that has been done by the governor of the state, Professor Charles Chukwuma Soludo. Today, we understand he will be commissioning some of these sites you're currently seeing on your screen. A new government house right there in the middle of Oka. Well, Governor Soludo has made the point, has made it very clear that the old government house, much as it was not purpose-built to host government and its activities, was actually built as the home of the chief judge of the state. It's not even situated in Oka, the capital. So he says Anambra is the only state that has a government house not situated within the capital of the state. Yeah, the old one, which had been used temporarily, perhaps for a little too long, was situated in Equilobia. I hope I'm getting that name correctly. And now they have this new edifice been commissioned today by no other than the president, or by none other than the president. And they have a number of other pieces of infrastructure that will also be commissioned as well. So a bit of excitement in the air, I guess, for the people of Anambra State today. Ayo, can you feel it from where you are?
Well, you're reminding me of that song by Michael Jackson. Can you feel it? I don't know if I can feel it yet, but you can definitely feel the weather if you're in Oka right now. It's 27 degrees in Anambra State, and definitely something befitting, one would say. And Marco, it looks to me like this is more of a G2G arrangement, government to government, federal government to state government, whichever one you want to look at it. But the fact that, this is happening is something. Anambra is one of the oldest states in Nigeria. I mean, looking at all of its divisions since very, very many years back, created in 1991 from what we know, and so many other things happening in and around the state gives you an idea that this is a very lush arrangement for the state government. And how about the people themselves? If you look far right above your screen, you will see the greenery in the rear. Right there above the skyline, above your screen, at top of your screen, the skyline of Anambra State, a lush, beautiful, and lovely place indeed to behold. Well, what the president is going to see today, I guess he himself is going to have to taste it. A little bit of Anambra. I'm expecting that, of course, Anambra will probably welcome the president in the red cap, the customary red cap, or whatever else. I don't know what you think about that, Marco.
Well, I do know that the people of the Southeast are not people who do things in halves. They certainly will go all out and do what it is that they need to do, as well as they know how to do it. And as you can see from the edifice, we can see on the screen this morning clearly, there certainly will be a lot to commission. For those who are wondering, why does the governor's house need to be this big? I'm sure that we have somebody here to help answer that question, because when I did go to Anambra and I saw the new government house, I imagined there was just going to be one house, but no, it's an entire complex. So what they want, or what they decided to build, was an entire complex to house all of government and its officials. Well, maybe not all, but all that have to do with the immediate environment of the governor to ensure smooth working. So this will not certainly only serve the current governor, it will serve every other governor that will come after him. So what they're thinking of doing, or what they thought of doing, according to what Governor Charles Soludo said, was something that will stand the test of time. Well, this morning, I'm sure somebody who might be very excited about what has been accomplished in the state, because when we're talking infrastructure, you're certainly talking walks. We have with us this morning Mr. Ifeanyi Okoma, who is the Commissioner for Works in Anambra State. Mr. Okoma, it's good to see you. I can see you all dressed in green and white, and I'm sure that you are certainly one person who will be very excited about the amount of infrastructure that is going to be commissioned in Anambra State this morning. How do you feel today? Oh, well, it does appear that Mr. Okoma he can see me, but he's trying to hear me somewhat. So we're going to try again, Mr. Okoma. If you can hear me, just nod your head. I'd like to see you nod your head. I just wanted to, feel your temperature this morning as to how you currently feel. I can see the smile on your face, which certainly says that you're excited about what is about to happen in your state. And I do know that when it comes to works, when you talk about works, it's always about infrastructure. And I'm sure that your department will have a lot to show for the last three or so years that it has been in office. So can you tell us just how you feel this morning and what precisely you're looking forward to?
Well, thanks very much for this opportunity. Well, thanks very much Anambra, today is the day of joy. We cannot just express our appreciation and the joy that we have in our heart for what is happening today. For 34 years, Anambra State is the only state that don't have a government house. And we sit in a makeshift house that is outside the state capital, which is at Amobia. But today, there is Amobia. But today, there is things to celebrate. Anambra State, by the grace of God, and through the leadership of Professor Charles Chukwuma Soludo, CFR, a great leader, a visionary, we are able to have a state, a government house that is sitting on close to 28 hectares of land, and is going to be the biggest and the greenest state house in the country. Government house in the country.
So clearly, it was intentional to go for the biggest. I wish there was a Guinness Book of Records that was going to take notes, of which government house is the biggest. But clearly, it does appear that the people of Anambra, or the governor of Anambra, did set out to make a record with the size of the government house. But tell us what you mean by the greenest. Are you talking in terms of the environment, or are you talking about, by environment, I mean in terms of the carbon footprint, or are you talking about the amount of grass and greenery that will be planted around the government house?
Well, in the government house, at the lodge area, we have over about 6 hectares of land that is supposed to be green, that we are greening. Putting different kinds of orchards, different kinds of trees is going to be behind the lodge. So that makes it, in fact, we'll be inviting you to a walk in the government house forest area. It's going to be one of the best. And I think that a lot of people will want to have a feel of that in the next few months when the trees have started growing. And you have different kinds of orchards. 6 hectares of land dedicated to orchard and the green area. That is phenomenal. Then apart from that, all other areas, if you look around, you see the amount of area we've dedicated to the lawns, trees, and things green. We are aware of the fact that we are trying to make a difference so that when you are here, you are relaxed, you enjoy yourself.
Well, I know that, yes, the government house is quite an edifice, and as you did say, it's sitting on quite an expanse of land. But we know that that is not the only thing that the president will be commissioning today. Tell us about the Solution Fund City, which the president will also be commissioning.
Well, before I go into the Solution Fund City, let's look at the government house. Apart from the fact that the government house houses the office of the governor, it has one of the theaters, one of the biggest, the only government house that have a 1,100 seaters auditorium that is there that you're looking at. It has a banquet hall that seats about 1,000 persons. It has the deputy governor's office. It has a clinic. It has fire station. It has residential area. These are the things, and then it's fully reticulated, and then there is hydrant on the firefighting is super first class. Firefighting is super first class. It's fire hydrant, and a lot of other things. The water, we can't lack water because we have thousands and thousands of liters of storage facilities that are here. It's something that was intentional, built to last. That is in the government house. But for us here, we want to make a statement. We are building a livable, prosperous homeland, which people tempt Dubai, Taiwan. And so for you to come into the government house, we have an 8-lane dual carriageway that is moving in from here, which Mr. Governor will unveil the name today. Then from that 8th lane, you will now have the Tower of Light. The Anambra is the light of the nation. So there's going to be a Tower of Light that is standing about over 40 meters above the ground level. That is already lit, is working. Then you have in front of it is the monument of our heroes. The heroes, the labors of our heroes past shall never be in vain. So we have them there. You see, the governor, Professor Chukuma Soludo, is the only person and the first person that have recognized the fact that the labors of our heroes shall never be in vain. And so we have the statue that is standing before the government house. That is all that has to do about the government house. Now we fail to talk about the Kwame Square that has actually been rebranded and expanded to make sure that the three-arm zone is fully functional. On the Fun City that you asked me about, Fun City, we are creating a livable, prosperous homeland. There is no person that will invest where he cannot live. And there is nothing that will attract people in Anambra. And in doing this, a place, so we've decided to create what we call Solution Fun City. As you drive into the Solution Fun City, you have Anambra Country Club. There are no place where the elites of Anambra should come and fertilize and cross-fertilize ideas. And so we felt that there is a need in trying to bring people home, in trying to make Anambra what it's supposed to be. We needed that club. And so that club is sitting, and you have a photograph of it. It's one of the biggest, super well articulated and well built. But unfortunately, that is built sitting on a sandfield area because that place was actually swamp and depressed. It's actually accumulates water, but we've actually been able to sandfill it and do that. As you move further, you will see the car park that sits about 500 cars or more. After that 500 cars park, you now move into the Solution Fund Family Farm building. In the Family Farm building, you have the restaurant by the right as you move in, and as you just go on, you have the game arcades, different kinds of games that you cannot find anywhere in the country, especially something that you find in Dubai and in Canada. The last time I saw such things was in Canada. There are different kinds of game arcades. Then you have a bowling alley. Then you have another restaurant. You now walk into the green area where you have a bumper car area where children will enjoy the bumper car. There's a building for that. So you now move to see the Ferris wheel, the roller coaster, the drop tower, that is one of the tallest in the country as well, about 45 meters high. Then you now have the roller coaster. So these are on one side. On the other side is the power, is the water, the water area. And there you have different kinds of swimming. You have a swimming pool that is Olympic size, that is Olympic size. You have attraction pool, you have wave pool, and all that and all that. Actually, this is the only place in Nigeria where you can see an amusement park with a water park sitting together. You can Google it. There's no other place in the country. We are intentional about what we are doing, and we know that we are building a livable, prosperous homeland. Time will fail me to talk about the road infrastructure that we are doing, but let's go on. But for now, we are wishing that the president will be able to see 2 weeks or 3 weeks here, or even 1 month, to look at the things to begin to commission. Today, we are trying to squeeze his program to do about how many commissions: the Fun City, the Boulevard, the tower, the Light of Nation, the Light of Anambra State, the statues, and the government house. And in the government house, there are so many other buildings that we're looking at. So I think that we are squeezing 5 or more projects in 1 day's visit of Mr. President, and wish that Mr. President will have another opportunity of being here or even staying 2 weeks or more, and we keep commissioning on daily basis. Thank you, sir.
Well, thank you so much, Mr. Okoma. I just want to know, because I can see that you are indeed very excited. How involved would you say your ministry, the Ministry of Works, was in the building or the construction of these numerous projects?
Well, our ministry is Ministry of Works and Infrastructure. And we are involved in different ways. One, the design. Some of the times we have consultants that design, so we have to change design. Some of the times we design ourselves. Then we supervise. We make sure that these designs are implemented to the letter and then according to the specifications and according to the design drawings. So we are deeply and deeply involved. And you know, our mantra is doing more with less. You can wonder, how do the governor, as of last count, we've done about 500 kilometers of road. Before we had 17th March, we had 462 kilometers. Today, we've asphalted about 500 kilometers of road out of 762 that we've awarded. So we are moving, we're in a hurry, and the governor, Professor Chukwuma Soludo, has not borrowed one kobo from anywhere. And we are not owing any contractor. It's unprecedented. It's something that Anambra State should be proud of.
Well, I do know that Ayo, my colleague in Lagos, also has questions for you. Ayo.
Well, thank you. Well, one question, Honorable Commissioner, that I would just want to find out is, Mr. President is coming to Anambra State for this commissioning. This will not be his first visit. And for those who are watching, they will be saying, wait a minute, what's going on here? The president and the governor are not on the same political platform, as you know that many people usually read meanings into stuff. How significant is it, or what is the significance of having the president come to Anambra State to commission a project that is being championed by a governor from another political party? Oh dear. Well, my question seems that Mr. Engineer Okuma cannot hear me, so maybe you want to take the question back to him.
I wanted to quickly confirm that you could hear my colleague Ayo. He was asking, you know, about political affiliations, about how the president is from one party and the governor is from another party, and people are, the governor is from another party, and people are, does the governor want to set tongues wagging, you know, what exactly is going on, you know, with the president visiting today to commission this project?
Well, first of all, let me say this. He is the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Once he's elected, he's the president, he's the father of the nation. And the governor is the father of the Anambra. And so, to have a handshake with the president is something that is encouraged. And let me say it, we are all Progressive Grand Alliance. And he is all Progressive Congress. Progressives working together for the good governance of Nigeria. Nothing wrong with that.
Well, Ayo, I hope that answers your question. Mr. Okuma, I can see that, you know, you really do have to go. We have to thank you so much for speaking with us this morning on Sunrise Daily. We do hope that the visit of the president and the commissioning of all the edifices and the infrastructure that you have, they do go well. We're excited for the people of Anambra, also excited for the children and the young people who will be making use of the Soludo Fun City. That certainly is something that they can look forward to, especially with... Yeah, the solution, beg your pardon, the Solution Fun City. Thank you so much for speaking to us this morning on Sunrise Daily. Ifeanyi Okoma is the Commissioner for Works in Anambra State.
And infrastructure. Okay, thanks very much. I really appreciate you. It's a great thing of joy that Anambra State is breaking the chains after 34 years. Thanks to His Excellency, Professor Chukwuma Soludo, CFR, the Governor of Anambra State.